right. Let's see here. This is Last of Us once again. So it's my first time playing this game in 4 years, I believe, around 4.5 years. I have another video of a single encounter where I ran this game before. It's actually pretty nice runs. Yeah, so a little bit of context here. I've ran this game. This is the playthrough of this game. Probably, you know, maybe like 25, 26 times by now. First time I ever ran it was in 2017, and I've completed the game the first time on Survivor. Then I ran it again on Easy for collectibles, and then I ran it again on Grounded for the achievement. I have the Platinum Trophy for this game, as well as all four Uncharted's. Never got the plat for Uncharted The Lost Legacy or The Last of Us Part 2. That would have taken far too long. It's interesting, right? You could just tell the difference because I ran the first game. I ran this game, the first game. I've ran it, a lot of times, plenty of times. I've played it for years, and I have maybe around 300 hours on this game, right? And well, I've only ever played the second game once, right? To say the least. So let's just put it that way. I've only ever played the second game once. It was a 30-hour long game, super long game. And I really I don't know what it was, man, but I remember I played the second game. I played it the first week it came out, basically, because I pre-ordered the game and everything, deluxe edition, everything. I was so excited for the second game. And then I played it, and I figured, it's far too long and complicated. And it's just one of those games you only really want to play once. I honestly did not enjoy playing the second game that much, to be honest. I really did not like the second game. I didn't like it at all. I was really disappointed. But anyway, still love the first game, still love the franchise. Probably my favorite franchise ever. It's a strong tie with Uncharted. I think I like The Last of Us a little more than Uncharted. And that's saying a lot because I love Uncharted, I think Uncharted's great. Fantastic, fantastic, just, game. And, well, here we are. So, I haven't posted anything in a while. There's plenty of clips to post. There's plenty of clips to post. Oh, a lot of clips I have to post. Plenty of clips. But of course, I thought it'd be fun to run this game another time and make clips of my playthroughs. Just see how it goes. So I'm gonna run this game on Grounded right now. We're gonna start on Grounded, and then we're gonna run it another time on another difficulty. Not necessarily to run it again, but just for speedruns. I'm gonna try to practice the speedruns of this game. I don't know if I ever recorded clips of me playing Factions. Even if I did, those were PS4 clips. I don't have access to those anymore. Could give it another go. People still play it, Left Behind I've never played, nor I'm definitely not interested in playing Left Behind at all. you know, I've always just been a big fan of the main story. You know what I mean? I think the main story is just something that I can personally relate to and emotionally connect to in ways that I never managed with Left Behind or The Last of Us 2. Right? You know, there's just something about the main game that I really enjoyed. So anyway, there's plenty of clips to post, plenty of old Overwatch clips. You know, there's plenty of old Last of Us clips too, because I ran it. I ran it before as well, not that long ago, and but I really want us to go through this playthrough, just appreciating the game, our love and passion for the game. I want to make at least one of these, right? Just have one playthrough on my channel, one playlist where I just ran this game on the hardest difficulty, and I shared everything I know about this game along the way. Because, you know, there is that, and there's a few other things to do. But there is a finite list of things to be doing, you know, to be done right now. So let's just run it. So this, yeah, continue prologue. That was another thing, you know. I was just running it before, but let's do a new game. New game. We're gonna run it on Grounded. Yeah, so see, this is the one I ran before. This is the one I was gonna start to run, but I was like, eh. You know. So let's make a new. Let's get straight into it. So there's Sarah Miller, 12-year-old daughter
Tommy, listen to me. He is the
of Joel Miller here.
He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job. I understand. Let's talk about this in the morning, okay? We'll talk about it in the morning. All right, good night.
Hey.
Scoot.
Monday at work, huh?
What are you still doing up? It's late.
Oh, crud, what time is it?
It's way past your bedtime.
But it's still today.
Honey, please not right now. I do not have the energy for this.
So of course, I think everyone by now knows the story.
What's this?
Your birthday?
Most people have probably played the game themselves by now. You have a 32-year-old Joel Miller here
You kept complaining about your broken watch.
with his 12-year-old
So,
daughter Sarah Miller.
You know? You like it?
Joel here was a
Honey, this is... It's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not...
What? No. Oh, ha ha.
Where did you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Oh, good. You started helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
So Joel would have had Sarah when he was just 20, which is extremely young. You know, because of that, he never got to go to college or university. But he's, you know, so he ended up working as a construction worker, carpenter,
Oh, my baby girl.
jobs as such, right?
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now.
Uncle Tommy? Hello? was that all about?
So this is Sarah's room. She's the first playable character in the franchise.
Oh, dang it. I forgot to give this to him.
Got the birthday card here. It's really sweet. So in game, that scene just now would have taken place on September 26th, 2013, which would have been Joel's 32nd, no, his, yes, his 32nd birthday. I believe. What's 52 there? So the year he turns, oh, so he's actually turning 33. He would have been turning 33 on September 26, 2013. If you come over here, actually no, it's downstairs. So that scene was just basically his daughter giving her the birthday card, of course. 33 years old. So that means he would have been 21 when he had Sarah. Interesting. Try the phone.
Phone's dead.
Not much is basically nothing is known about Sarah's mother. Obviously, an ex-partner of Joel that apparently walked out on the both of them at some point in time. So not much relevance there. These stars here are really nice. I actually had these exact same stars in my room when I was a kid, which is really nice. So I know that experience. Yeah, basically, essentially, just as a teenage girl, you know, you could just kind of tell that this is the room for a teenager, you know. Yeah, like I said, we saw just now, birthday card for Joel.
Dad?
So I believe this is Austin, Texas. So right now it's for Sarah would be
Daddy?
2:45 if I remember correctly, 2:45 in the morning on September 27th, 2013 now, which is considered to be outbreak day of the CBI, the cordyceps brain infection, which you can read a little bit about in this newspaper here. Mysterious infection. So, yeah, no, there's plenty of things to talk about. There's a big conversation to be had about diseases and infections as such. I myself am a med student, also a biology student. I've done both actually, and let's just say I know some things. I am playing on a different TV than I normally do right now, so it's a little darker than normal, but you can still kind of see things properly. This is Austin, Texas. Obviously, as a carpenter, well, yeah, Joel eventually manages to become like a manager at a construction site of some kind. The first scene there, you could clearly see that he was, you know, afraid of losing his job, and then Tommy and Joel clearly have some connections there in terms of their job, right? Tommy, of course, is Joel's younger brother. I believe he is 10 years younger than Joel, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Tommy was a Marine, United States Marine at some point. And Tommy would have been in a similar line of work, it seems.
You in here?
Seem to be somehow connected to the
Where
nationwide
the heck
pandemic.
are
This
you?
is Joel's room.
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
That's
signs of
nearby.
increased aggression, and
Move everybody out of here now. There's a gas leak. Hey,
there seems to be some commotion coming from
get the hell out of here, bro!
What was that? Dad?
This is Joel's room. Yeah, so this is the miracle of Texas, eh?
Dad?
A massive house like this on a carpenter's salary, or more like a construction manager's salary. And it makes sense, actually. A house like this in Texas costs like, 600 grand. Affordable, especially for a house of only 2 people.
There's his phone.
There's plenty of other North American cities where a house like this would easily be, around $2 to $3 million. Our ever so glorious economy nowadays is just wonderful, right?
Where is he?
Nice kitchen. There's his phone.
8 missed calls. Where the
215,
hell
that's what it
are
was.
you? Call me on my way.
Got a nice television, guitar, big guitar player, Joel. He had asked the aspirations and dreams of being a singer, probably a country singer. Seems he never quite got to it, of course, right? Big house, nice house. Like I said, goodness. Gotta go live in Texas, man.
There you are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
No, who wouldn't come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
So any sensible father trying to protect his kid from a serious threat
What kind of
would do the same thing, right?
Jimmy!
Dad?
What's the biggest threat to a human? Another human, right?
Jimmy, I am warning you! Go!
You shot him.
Sarah,
I saw him this morning.
listen to me. There is something bad going on. We have got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tommy, come on.
It's funny how he leaves his phone
You have any idea what's going on?
because he knows
out there?
it'll be useless by now.
Holy shit. You got blood all over you.
Mainline, let's just get out of here.
There's Tommy Miller, Joel's younger brother.
Just please go.
Parasite or something. You gonna tell me what happened?
Later.
Hey, Sarah. How you holding up, honey?
I'm fine. Can we hear us on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
No cell phone. No radio. Yeah, we're doing great. A minute ago, newsman wouldn't shut up.
They said where to go?
They said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway. No getting into Travis County.
We need to get the hell out.
Sometimes I have the suspicion that Joel probably served in the military too at some point.
Did they say how many are dead?
Probably a lot. Found this one family all mangled inside their
Tommy.
house. Right.
He gives me a special forces vibe too. Of course, that's never confirmed though. That at that point it's just speculation.
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. First they're saying it's just the south. Now they're going on about the east coast, the west coast. Holy hell. That's Lewis's farm. I hope that son bitch made it out.
Sure he did.
Were we sick?
No, of course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine now, trust me.
All right.
Let's see what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
They got a kid, Joel.
So do
But
we.
we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
No!
You see what I see?
a survival situation,
You should have.
you would really have no choice but to do what he just did there. There's only so much at this point, because here's the problem, right? This is a video game, you know. It is a depiction of a zombie apocalypse.
Everyone and their mother had
Right.
the same damn idea.
We could just backtrack and... What the fuck, man? Let's go!
There's your infected there.
Tommy!
Holy shit! What just happened?
What the fuck just happened? Did you see that? Yeah, sorry.
God damn.
Turn here, turn here.
Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Give us I'm trying.
Oh no.
We can't stop here,
I
Tommy.
can't fucking drive through them, Joe! Back up there! They're behind me, too! There! Hold on! Go!
Anyways, I was saying,
Daddy?
there's plenty of depictions of zombie apocalypses in Hollywood, in movies and TV shows, video games, etc. Theoretically, in a zombie apocalypse, though, regardless of the zombie type, regardless of what they're like, we would all probably die. Unfortunately. Because in an apocalypse, it's not just about the infected. You know, where are you gonna get food? Where are you gonna get water? You know, in the first week, you'd have most of the population die straight off the bat. And even if by some miracle, because that's the thing, right? That's something I really like about this game,
Give me your hand.
is that there's a concept of luck, right?
My leg hurts.
You're gonna need to run. Keep us safe. Come on, big. Now hold on tight.
Daddy, I'm scared.
Go, watch out! Close, honey.
Oh my!
Keep running!
Like Joel and Tommy, for example,
Keep looking at me, baby.
go on to consider themselves. They go on to become some pretty ruthless veteran survivors, right?
We're gonna get out of this.
But they don't consider themselves that. They consider themselves lucky because they know they are. You know, if somebody were to survive this,
Back! There's too many of them! This way!
that is pretty lucky.
Go! He's dead! Jesus. God damn it! We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. They're getting through the fence! Keep going! Find
So
your
you
way
have your
out of here.
runners here, first stage of infection.
Go! Move it! Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun him!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there! Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
He's gonna be fine. We're almost there.
This is another, like, I think this is one of the greatest openings to any video game ever. Because I love how they show just how fast this all went down. Like, in an instant, everyone died, man. Like, everyone was screwed straight off the bat. Like, it really put things into perspective for the people of the time.
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe.
Hey!
And there's another thing, right?
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
Okay. We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians in the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Somebody, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Shit. Please don't.
Oh no.
Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. God. Listen to me, I know this hurts. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me. Come on. No. No. No, no. Please. Please don't. Please.
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
Hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets.
Panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under martial law. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine. Riots have continued for a third consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies.
So it's interesting, everything you're hearing right now
Their public
takes place
charter
over
calls
20
for the
years,
return
right?
of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
You can still rise with us. Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the Fireflies.
I'm coming.
How was your morning? Want one?
No, I don't want one.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here, and I got jumped by these 2 assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Give me that. Are these assholes still with us?
That's funny.
At least find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
Our Robert.
He knows that we're after him. He figures he's gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
No. He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5. Can't say for how long, though.
Well, I'm ready now. Yeah?
Oh, I can do now.
So as we play the game, we're going to be learning more about the story, the characters, their story, what happened, and I'll be explaining it along the way.
The checkpoint's still open.
Only got a few hours left until curfew.
Well, we better hurry up then.
So you can just see the changes, right?
Lady, are you serious?
I got served the damn papers this morning. I've been selected for outside work duty.
Oh, that's such crap. Soldiers are supposed to handle the outside.
I'll make sure to tell them that.
It's interesting, right? See the Firefly symbol there? Fireflies will take it all back. So it's interesting, right? So what happened, basically? As you guys heard, during the introduction credits there, over the course of 20 years, essentially, I really find this interesting because this is probably something, a little more on the realistic side, right? Whenever there is an empire that falls in history, throughout history, whenever an empire falls, usually one other rises to take its place. Sometimes there are those that take advantage of the circumstances and give people new aspirations. They give people hope. They give people to believe in them, but at the end of the day, a conqueror is just replaced by another, right? So what happened over 20 years? The world fell apart, governments fell apart. The military specifically divided themselves into a section called Fedra. They try to maintain control, but then you have this other group of people, this other faction known as the Fireflies that propose, certain policies and politics. They propose certain ideas to keep the world running. They give people hope. They give people, that hope, that light at the end of the tunnel to really get them on their side, right? So you see here that even after 20 years, people still, like most people, especially survivors like these guys, most people have lost hope in the Fireflies at this point. Military is just kicking their ass, wiping them out. But there are of course still those who believe, right? And 20 years later, now that the world is a disaster, the Fireflies is considered to be the very last hope for a lot of the survivors, right? Even if it's an unrealistic one at this point.
Attention. Citizens are required to carry a certified at all times. Compliance with all city personnel is mandatory.
Look at that. Ration line hasn't opened yet. Must be running low again.
So Joe Miller here is now 52 years old. He stands about 180 centimeters tall. I believe he weighs around 83 kilograms, 84 kilograms. Man, it's jacked, strong. And over the course of 20 years, this man really went above and beyond to survive. We find ourselves in Boston, Massachusetts, summer of 2033, Boston quarantine zone. You can see that the city is a disaster. That's what happens when approximately 60% of all humans on Earth at this point in time either died or became infected. Essentially, this is interesting. Line forums here. Wanted poster signs, probably Fireflies. But that's the thing, right? The Fireflies became this paramilitary group that claimed to, we're going to save you. Believe in us. We're going to save the world. We're going to restore order. We're going to bring the world back to what it was. 20 years later, they still couldn't do that. And you'd have Fedra, you'd have the military, and the Fireflies constantly at war with each other trying to make it happen. If I stand here too long, they'll actually kill me. Like if I do this.
Next time I'm gonna put a bullet in your head, you hear me?
Why would he do that? There's no consequences. So notice that Joel's 52 years old here. His partner Tess over here.
Hold her down. Do it. Eyes forward.
Watch that. I'm just gonna show you guys. Asshole. One of the fastest ways. That's probably the pretty much, you know. It's just one of those deaths that you just don't expect.
Go. Down on the ground. Hey, Jesus. Get down. Hands on your fucking head. Do it.
It just annoys me, right? Because, oh, you have this group of this military group claiming to save the world, right? But it's just another group of assholes who want to be in charge. It's always the same shit. One empire falls just for another to rise. It's always the same
What's up, Joel?
thing.
You hear they took Marianne?
What happened?
Came and snatched her in the middle of the night. Said she was a firefighter. You believe that shit?
Better not
But essentially the world didn't completely fall apart, right? You'd have some system of governance with Fedra still continue. They'd raise children in military schools and train them to understand something basic, which is essentially just Fedra good, Fireflies bad. Right?
We agree on that.
Military vehicles, guns, ammunitions. The United States of America. Safe zone. But it's interesting to note something here, right?
They shouldn't give us any static up there. Just play it cool.
Drive on through.
Checkpoint south. 5.
See you later. There you go. What's your business here?
Had the day off. Visiting a friend.
All right, we'll run through. Thanks.
Get out of here! Close it off! Firefly! Walking through them! Running!
Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go, come on.
Must clear the surrounding area immediately.
Looks like the coast is clear. Come on.
Attention. Checkpoint 5 is now closed until further notice.
So much for the easy route. Patch yourself up, all right?
These are very important, especially on grounded mode. It's funny though.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints.
Look at that.
We're gonna have to go around the outside.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just let Robert go.
Cute.
Hey, Tess, you see that shit?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
Yeah, it's clear. I just used it. No patrols. So where are you off to?
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too.
Yeah, it's
Who
dark.
else is looking for him?
Marlene? She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene? What do the Fireflies need with Robert?
You think she'd tell me?
Well, what did you tell her?
The truth. I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
This is us.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's been quiet. No signs of military or infected.
That's what I like to hear. Joel, give me a hand with this.
It's just interesting to note something here.
Y'all take it easy out there.
Notice how a lot of the guys that we tend to come across here, notice their age, for example, right? Yeah, take a look at this guy. Yeah, he looks late 30s, you know, early 40s maybe, right? Tess for, well, it depends. Like, Tess in the first game looks like mid 30s. In the second, well, in the remake of the game and in the show, she looks more around like Joel's age, which is, I think, what they wanted to depict her as, right? Two smugglers in their 50s. But it's just interesting to notice how, like, a lot of the guards, a lot of Fireflies, a lot of Fedra, a lot of the enemy combatants you'll find in this game are all going to be usually on the younger side, like they're going to be younger than Joel. Which means that 20 years back, these guys would have been teenagers during the outbreak. Which means they have spent their entire adult life, you know, doing some pretty bad, you know, or more like pretty violent, horrible things to survive. Including Joel, of course. But the point is that it's only the old timers like Joel that really remember what it was like before all that, right? Of course they do too, but not quite to the same extent, right? Like, my God, like, biologically speaking, a human being isn't really considered a biological adult until their mid-20s. By the time their prefrontal cortex is finished myelinating, so they're all axons that are supposed to have myelin. Brain actually develops well into the mid-20s. You know, the law.
God, this place reeks. I need to watch what they throw away down here.
Let there be light. You know, the law says at 18 you're an adult. That's what the law says. Oh, the law can say whatever it wants. But biology says something else. At 18, you're an adult legally. At 26, you're an adult biologically, approximately. Yeah. And my point is, if you had 14, 15-year-olds, some of these guys were 14, 15 years old during the outbreak. They were still basically kids, man, you know. And then they got shoved into this life of violence and murder. So they don't really understand what it really means to take a life, quite like Joel and Tess do. And obviously, of course, the kids born into the apocalypse are a whole other caliber, right? They're a whole other, whole other field. It's an interesting thing to know. This is the usual hideout for Joel and Tess. Well, it's not a hideout, but it's where they keep their gear. 9mm pistol.
Want to boost me up?
First gun you collect in the game.
You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
Don't really know much about Tess. We know that they're... What's the thing? At this point in time, 20 years later, we know that Joel and Tess together are, you know, these infamous, ruthless smugglers in the Boston like out of the Boston QZ. They have somewhat high level clientele. You know, Fedra knows somewhat who they are, but they know not to mess with them. This bar here. Restaurant.
Ain't been out here in a while.
It's like we're on a date.
Well, I am the romantic type.
You got your ways.
We also get some hints at some sort of past romantic connection between Joel and Tess. We know these guys have been together for years. You know, in the show, in the show, it portrays them as having been together since pretty much near, like, almost the very start. As for the game, though, we never get much intel on that.
Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere. Got it.
All right, bring it over.
Yeah, we don't really know, like, Tess's last name. Like, I don't know Tess's last name. Oh, of course. This is the kind of thing that kills speedruns, man.
Ladies first.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone else.
It's all relative.
This way.
We don't know much about Tess's background, her parents, anything. Same thing with Joel. Well, we know him and Tommy, you know, two brothers, were raised by, I think on a farm of some kind, like out in the countryside. You know, normal kids, high school, track team, basketball, usual thing, right? Tommy goes off to the Marines straight out of high school, I believe. Not much is known about Joel apart from the carpenting thing.
You think Robert's still got our guns?
For his sake, he better.
Look, once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload.
Well, speaking of merchandise, when's that next shipment due?
Well, we're meeting Bill next month. More pills, lots of ammo, supposedly. Hold up.
Bill's a character we're going to be coming up on soon, of course. And then there's the famous spores. Fungal cordyceps brain infection spores. So, interesting material here, actually. So the CBI, the cordyceps brain infection, is the main antagonist pathogen that causes the apocalypse in this game, right?
Where the hell are all these coming from? This place was clear last time.
They're coming out of something.
That's actually really interesting. This is based off a real species of fungus. I think it's Ophialis. What was it? I forgot the scientific name. Like Ophialis cordyceps. Yeah, like it's got cordyceps in its name. It's a famous cordyceps fungus that actually infects, well, primarily insects, small invertebrates like ants and spiders, and well, spiders aren't insects, but grasshoppers, you know, the usual suspects, right? And what's interesting, what it does to bugs.
There's our culprit.
Look at that.
Body's not that old.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Fungus. Let's just analyze this for a second. So yeah, like I said, fungus mainly in real life, in the real world, it infects the nervous systems and brains of, well, essentially primarily the nervous system of small insects. At first, they don't seem to have much of a noticeable effect, but they'll start behaving differently. They'll start acting weird. You know, they'll start behaving as if they're being controlled, as if they were robots. That's why they call them zombies, right? They start behaving as if they were zombified ants, zombified grasshoppers, etc. They'll just steer away from the rest of the colony. And they'll spend the rest of their time mostly looking for a high leaf or branch for them to implant themselves and remain there until eventually they die, and the cordyceps fungus eventually grows out of their bodies and begins to spread spores around the nearby ecosystem to infect as many more hosts as possible. So that's the goal of this fungus, is to spread absolutely everywhere as much as possible. In the real world, the human immune system, especially the innate immune system, has specialized cells known as neutrophils, which counter bacteria, and macrophages and monocytes that are especially effective at countering fungal infections. See, very rarely you ever have patients consult for fungal infections. It's usually a virus or a bacteria that, you know, found an evolutionary mechanism to just get past certain bodily defenses that cause issues. Most funguses can't do that though. Like fungal infections are rarely lethal for human beings. People who usually go to a consult or end up in the emergency room due to a fungus, it's because they're immunocompromised and they don't have the adequate immunity to defend themselves from a fungus. It's rare, but it happens. So even the cordyceps, the real cordyceps species of this fungus is pretty harmless. Like it may hurt a person, but it's not gonna, like, a couple of antifungal drugs and they're fine, right? It hasn't killed anybody. I don't know if it's killed anybody. Probably very, very few people in history.
I should be able to fit through here.
No way through here.
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful.
But even then, it still can be easily treated in human beings, right? And it's definitely not known to turn people into zombies, right? But what ends up happening in this fictional game is that the same species mutates into this super species of cordyceps known as CBI, the cordyceps brain infection, where it actually gains the ability to do what it does to ants. It gains the ability to do the same thing to people. So what happens? This fungus travels like any other fungus through spores in the air, right? Once inside a person, through lungs, for example, they're breathing spores in. Eventually it makes its way through the bloodstream, makes its way through to the brain. It has the ability to get past the blood-brain barrier, where you have the astrocytes. It has, like, here's what I find fascinating about these things, man, is that viruses and bacteria have a physiologically they're simpler, right? Virus has virus binds to a certain receptor on a certain cell, makes its way in cell, takes over the protein-making machinery of the cell, so essentially it embeds its own DNA into the DNA of your cells, where, as a consequence, your own cell will begin to produce more virus. Eventually, you end up with one single unit of virus can turn into billions, eventually causing rupture of the cell. All these viruses make their way out to go on to infect more new cells. That's it. A virus is a mindless piece of nucleic acid that essentially doesn't know or care to kill anything or anyone.
Watch it. Help me.
So virus doesn't think. Virus doesn't feel.
Don't leave me to turn. Please.
What do you want to do? Poor bastard.
So that's the merciful thing to do, right? Anyway, virus is just a mindless piece of nucleic. Oh, I like how the game gives you the bullet back because it knows you'll need it. It's a mindless piece of nucleic acid. As far as we know, we don't have no idea where they came from. We have a few theories. It's really strange. We don't know if they're alive. They really do not have any place in the animal kingdom, or the domain, or the tree of life on this planet, as far as we're aware. We just have no idea where they're from. There's even a theory that they're not even from this planet. But they evolve and mutate just like any other, right? They have DNA, they have similar properties, right? And they clearly have been around for a very, very long time, as old as cells themselves. That's pretty much it. Most viruses are harmless. Most common colds and fevers, like for example, fever and inflammation is usually an immune response to the virus. The virus themselves don't cause it. It's pretty harmless. But then, let's keep going, because if I just wait to explain everything before we move on, we're going to be here a long time. So let's keep going here. You make your way through Grounded, and you'll come to realize very quickly that resources and ammo and ammunition are very oh, wow, Tess. I'm sorry, am I in your way? Thank you. you'll come to realize very quickly that ammo is scarce. You really have to conserve your ammo if you are to get past this game ungrounded. Of course, if you blow all your ammo, the game will, like, you'll have to kill, like, sneak up on enemies. Like, eventually it'll increase the drops, because the game does understand that you do need a certain amount of ammo to actually get past the game.
Up ahead. You hear that? How you want to handle it?
There's your famous runners. So like I said, with viruses, it's pretty straightforward. Take over cell, make more virus, kill cell. That's it. Bacteria, similar. They don't take over cells. You know, they can't make more of themselves using another cell, as far as I'm aware. At least most bacteria can't. And yeah, essentially, just leave it here for now. I'll keep explaining in the next part.